There was a small village surrounded by green hills and a shining river. In the village lived a boy named Raghu. He was quiet, gentle, and always kept to himself. People in the village liked him, but they often said Raghu is too silent. He never shows what he feels. Raghav didn't mind. He enjoyed being alone. He loved drawing, he loved watching the sky, and he loved listening to the sounds of the river. But inside his heart, he carried a dream he never shared with anyone. Raghav wanted to become an artist. Every evening after finishing his schoolwork, he would sit under the big mango tree with a pencil and a small notebook. There he drew everything he saw: birds, trees, clouds, people, and something even his dreams, his drawings were beautiful, but Raghav never believed they were good enough. One day, the village school announced a state art competition. Students from many different towns would participate. The winners at work would be displayed in the city gallery. It was a huge opportunity. Everyone in Raghav's class got excited. They talked about what they would draw, but Raghav just listened quietly. He felt nervous. He wanted to join, but a small voice inside him said, "You are not good enough. No one will like your drawing." That night he sat under the mango tree again. He looked at the empty page in his notebook. His hands were shaking. He almost closed the book, but suddenly someone called his name. It was the village woodcutter, Uncle Gopal, a kind old man who knew Raghav since childhood. "Why do you look so worried, son?" he asked. Raghav hesitated and said softly, "There is a big competition, but I don't think I can win. I'm not like the other kids." Uncle Gopal smiled gently. "Listen, Raghav. A river never compares itself to the mountains, yet it flows beautifully. You have your own gift. Don't hide it." These words touched Raghav's heart. That night he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the old man said. The next morning he gathered courage and submitted his name for the competition. Days passed. Raghav practiced every morning and evening. He drew again and again until his hands felt tired. Sometimes the drawing didn't match the expectations. Sometimes he felt frustrated, but he didn't stop. Finally, the competition day arrived. Raghav traveled to the city for the first time. The hall was huge, filled with bright lights and colorful paintings. Students from many schools were already working on their drawings. Raghav felt a wave of fear. Everyone looked so confident. Their strokes were strong, their colors bold. For a moment he wanted to run away. But then he remembered Uncle Gopal's words: "A river never compares itself with the mountains." He took a deep breath and started to draw. He didn't draw something fancy, he didn't use difficult techniques, he simply drew his village, the place he loved. The mango tree, the river, the small houses, the birds, and the sky, he poured all his feeling into the drawing. For the first time in his life, he felt free. After finishing, he stepped back and looked at his at work. It wasn't perfect, but it was honest. It was real. When the judges arrived, they looked carefully at every submissions. Rago stood quietly in the corner. His heart was beating fast. One of the judges stopped in front of his painting for a long time. Another judge joined her. Then a third. Rago felt a spark of hope. After a few hours, the results were announced. The host said the first prize goes to Rago from Green Valley School. Raghav froze for a moment. He couldn't even breathe. His classmates cheered, his teacher clapped. The judges smiled at him and said, "Your drawing has soul. It captures emotion, it feels alive." Raghav walked onto the stage slowly as he accepted the award. He looked at the crowd for the first time. He didn't feel like the silent boy. He felt seen, he felt valued. When he returned to the village, everyone celebrated. The villagers, huge large copies of his artwork on the school walls. Every Uncle Gopal proudly showed it to everyone who visited his workshop. But the most beautiful part was this: Raghav was no longer doubted himself. He no longer feared comparison. He learned that everyone has a unique gift and the world needs it. From the day Raghav continued drawing, but this time with confidence, he believed in himself, and that belief changed his entire life. Moral of the story: believe in your talent even if others don't notice it yet. Don't compare yourself to others. Keep growing in your own way. Small encouragement can change someone's entire life. The world values honesty and passion more than perfection.